No. All right, we are live. Hopefully, everybody have a wonderful day, and we have some really good episode today. We got hard to kill thoughts. We got great thoughts. Or should I say, great topics about WWE Panic Mode, Wrestle Kingdom Yokohama, and also Art Anderson talked about mat wrestling. He would choose them over high flyer wrestling, and which he did talked about in his article. And also the Young Bucks original plan of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Also AEW possible of house shows. So it's gonna be a really good show. And now that my laptop pretty much crashed on me, but anyway, hopefully Antonio will show up.
Uh, that depends because let's not forget right now that his G-Man right now is playing Minnesota. So
All right.
everybody have, yeah, so we might have a little bit of, so this might be a two-man show for a while, but that's just another story another time. But anyway, yeah, let's get into it. First, of course, Friday night. Yeah, as you know, at Center Stage in Hotlanta, Georgia, was Impact's Hard to Kill, and this one got started off by a six-way matchup in which Kushida was victorious over Angels, aka Five from the Dark Order, Speedball Mike Bailey, Yuya Uemura from New Japan Pro, uh, Mike Jackson, and Delirious.
I expect Kushida won that match. Going up against five competitors. Pretty much just like a shot for the X Division title, most likely. Um, Great comeback in a hard fought battle. Fast paced, hard hitting. Everybody played their part, and Kushida won his match. And big question is, what's next for Kushida, and when do we see him likely competing for the X Division Championship? Because I think he's really prepared for that title shot.
Interestingly, you mentioned that X Division title because that would take us to the other pre-show matchup on the show. Yeah, that of course being Trey Miguel taking on Decay's Black Taurus, and of course Trey would wind up retaining the X Division Championship. So yeah, there could be that Trey versus Kushida matchup that I'm going to tell you this right now. That match, that's going to be a signature one way or the other because, as like, yeah, Kushida's won them all virtually when it comes to the non heavyweight division. So it's like for him being X Division champion, yeah, that's going to solidify his like international legacy all around because, of course, he was an NXT Cruiserweight champ, of course, six time IWGP Junior champion. He's held like many cruiserweight, welterweight, non-heavyweight titles all across the world. But then for Trey Miguel to defeat someone of Kushida's stature, man, that may really elevate him as one of the best non-heavyweight wrestlers in professional wrestling today.
Yes, that would definitely put him up one of the top greats, or should I say a top star, along with the elites like Frankie Kazarian, which we're definitely going to bring him up very soon. To who else? Josh Alexander, which we will bring up as well. Even previous X Division guys, or even the Bone Soldiers in New Japan. But with Trey Miguel finally crossed paths with Kushida, I think that'd be a true test. He already passed it against Taurus in an X Division match for the title. Size difference. Both got great speed. but Trey will always pull out the dirty way to win. He would cheat to win. We pulled out the spray paint, spraying old boy in the eye, hit him with a roll up, and retain his title. And it was a good look. So I can't wait to see more of him in the near future.
Mhm. Of course, and then we got to the main card, and it kicked off in an interesting fashion as the walking weapon Josh Alexander would defend the Impact World Championship against Bully Ray Full Metal Mayhem. And needless to say, yeah, it definitely brought the mayhem in this one. Walking Weapon actually with the submission victory. Um, yeah, finally getting on after I think third ankle lock attempt in this one, and Bully Ray tapped.
Yeah. Who would have thought Blu-ray tapped out in a Full Metal Mayhem match? Usually we see some crazy shenanigans in a match in a dramatic way, but that match lived up to its name. I mean, they used table, ladders, chairs, trash can, you name it. And it was really extreme and pretty much personal. Even Josh's wife interfered, or should I say, helped out. Had a
Yep.
turning point. But I put on a great match. I put up one of the match of the year candidate uh, for good reason because both guys tell great stories, um, great spots. Remember when Josh was climbing the ladder, tried to do some moves on Bully when he was on the table. Bully pops up, grab the ladder, and push him back into the ring in the hard way. Uh, that was a really hard hitting spot, but it was a good match, extreme match.
Yeah, and plus, I had to remiss that you brought up Jennifer Alexander, of course, Josh's wife. She went little Spike.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. And then next up, speaking of championships, it was a four-way elimination match for the Impact World Tag Team titles as the Motor City Machine Guns successfully defended it against the major players, Heath the Rhino and Bullet Club members Ace Austin and Chris Bang.
It was a close match. I was really pulling for the Bullet Club to win the tag team titles, but somehow, some way, the Motor City Machine Guns always found their way to win in that match. Major players, they do their thing. Rhino and Heath Slater, they play their part. But it was a close match, and I think we're gonna see them two tag team face each other again in the near run.
Yeah, but then after the match, and you just brought this man's name up. Frankie Kazarian hits the top of the stage to announce. To first of all, I congratulate the Guns for their successful title defense. That now he is no longer all elite, and he is now signed a new full-time contract with Impact.
It was a good move. Because we haven't seen Kazarian in AEW for a long time, and we see more Kazarian in Impact than we see more AEW. Because when he was in Impact, he was a former, well, he did win the X Division title, but he cashed it in. He fought Josh Alexander for the Impact World Championship. Great, phenomenal match. Great match. Uh, that should be a match of the year as well for candidate. I think it did, it was. But we see a lot more Kazarian, and I think he got full potential. I feel like he never left. I feel like this like the old school Kazarian during the TNA days, or should I say cross the line era. But for him to come back, I think he got a lot more tank in his years, and I think he wanted to become the world champion because he almost grasped it. And for him to sign back to Impact, or should I say him sign back to home, It was a good way. And plus they changed him welcome back or welcome home. And and plus we can see more of him down the road. Probably over top picture.
Mhm. Yeah, and then yeah, and then we go to the Impact. Oh, by the way, just for the record, yeah, just for the record, here's how the eliminations went. Matt Cardona with the roll up on Rhino for that one after Brian Myers poked Rhino in the eyes, so that set up that elimination. Yeah, the Bay and Ace hit the yeah hit yeah hit Myers with the assistant cutter, so that got rid of them. Then Chris Bay took a yeah took the double super kicks and then a dirt bomb for the win, and that's how the Guns won that one. Then we move on to the Digital Media Championship. Yep, with Joe Hendry successfully defending against Moose, but there is a reason why. Yeah, yeah, because Moose had this low blow and this, and of course the no jackhammer needed spear, but yeah, unfortunately for the Moose, he was snake bit. And not just with any snake, it was with the Cobra.
Yeah, Tina Morella is back, and he, as a new director of authorities of Impact Wrestling, um, I love that role. I think he could be funny. I think everybody will enjoy him in that scene, and plus he responsible for restarting the match and costing Moose his digital title, which he did won, but got reversed, and have Joe retain his title back. I do expect to see some storyline between Moose and Joe over the Digital Media Championship. Um, I don't think it's done yet, but Satine Morella, I think he could be more entertaining authority and way much better than Dixie Carter, Cactus Jack, Sting, all their authorities. Scott Demore, he plays a very fun authority figure, but Satine Morella, I think he'd be a lot more enjoyable. So I can't wait to see more of him on Impact this Thursday.
Yep. All right. Then next up was uh, the four match to determine the number one contender for the Knockouts Championship. Of course, there's yeah, Masha Slamovich would wind up defeating Taylor Wilde, Killer Kelly, and the virtuosa Diana Parazzo. Of course, Masha Slamovich would pin Taylor with the snowplow.
Masha deserved it. She worked her ass off ever since she got into Impact. Killer Kelly, she did her thing. Um, who was the other two opponents? Um,
Yeah, the Taylor and Diana.
yeah, Taylor Diana. Diana, she she already had a shot already, but I think we'll see more of her down the road. And Taylor, she just got back. Misha, she earned her spot, and this is gonna be a very interesting story down the line when we get to that women's
Yep.
championship match.
Yep. I gotta say, Masha Slamovich definitely, yeah, definitely one of the most impactful, no pun intended, yeah, wrestlers. And to be just 24 years of age and to be as far along as she's come in just what 7 years. So damn, so she's actually was wrestling since she was a teenager. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what? That yeah, like she's definitely shown her work. Yeah, Taylor Wilde, of course, still in incredible shape. Yeah. By the way, early happy birthday, dear Taylor. Um, yeah, because it'll be yeah, on the 26th. Yeah. Um, yeah, still going at and of course the virtuosa, like you said, she'll wind up being a champion again sooner rather than later. And then of course, yeah, Killer Kelly still like yeah, still another like yeah, 6 year vet. So yeah, she'll definitely come into her own in due time. But yeah, this is definitely the right call to have Masha go over because she's just been tearing through Impact, and of course she had the one loss to Jordan Grace, but yeah, she's definitely going to wind up being the face of Impact's women's knockout division for like quite some time. All right, then next up, we had Steve Macklin defeat Rich Swann in a false count anywhere match.
Classic false count anywhere match. We seen we seen so many different versions of false count anywhere match when people pin each other, outside the ring, they come back in the ring or pretty much brawl everywhere. When they say false count anywhere, damn it, they meant that because they fought each other on the street of Atlanta, and it was a good battle. Rich Swann didn't look weak. Steve, he didn't look weak. Both of them looked strong, and but one of them got to come out as a big win. Steve come out a big win with that match, and I do expect him. I do expect him to get a big push. Rich Swann, I can see him going back after Steve and invert himself into that main event spot, or he could find something else to do. But great false count anywhere match, classic match.
Yeah, of course, KIA on the ramp giving Macklin the win. Like, yeah, like you said, yeah, at one point, yeah, these guys were out on the streets and like Macklin like dropped him with a cutter on the sidewalk.
Yeah, with a
Yeah.
small cartwheel.
All right, then next up, Die Hard Eddie Edwards and the Octopus Jonathan Gresham. And and I had to say this one, yeah, definitely like a mix, good mix of technical, a little bit of physical up in this one, but in the end, Edwards with the Tiger Driver, then the Boston Knee Party would get the win.
um, two Ring of Honors originals, and I was pulling for Jonathan Grissom to win the match, but Eddie Edwards come out on top, and he's a striker, and he would never stop. That's the one thing I like about Eddie Edwards. He would never stop, and his style kind of matched up to him, but he had a little technical styles about him. So with his style, with his a little bit of griminess of him, help him over, help him that win.
And I had to say this, like, yeah, Edward, yeah, that Edwards really embraces his heelness right there. Again, no double. Damn, what's up with all the puns today with me? Um,
No.
yeah, yeah, and then but I do gotta say this that when push comes to shove, yeah, Eddie Edwards definitely like comes up with the victory when he needs to, and this one is definite. And of course, John Gresham, the man just puts on solid work in the ring all the way around, and yeah, you should expect no less from him. And this match definitely put the best of both men out there.
Oh yeah, and I do want to see Jonathan Grissom going after X Division title really, really soon because I can see him. He could put the titles over and elevate the title like how Josh Alexander did, but he got enough time to do it.
Yeah, but then of course we get to the main event. It was the possibly the last rodeo as Jordan Grace defended the Knockout Women's Championship against Mickey James. And of course, remember, Mickey James, if she loses, yep, that's it. She said he will hang it up. But, yeah, yeah, Mickey, yeah, Mickey with a tornado DDT. She gets the pin. I guess now is the career going on, but she's going to be a champion.
That was almost a swerve. I thought Graceful would win, but Mickey James kept her career going. She's new champion, and not only that, now she got facing the one contender Misha Slamovich. And the question is when and where. Um, I do expect Mickey James. Um, uh, I do expect Mickey James, to defend her title at Slammiversary or early previews, but I think Slammiversary may be her final match if she loses her title.
Yep, I could kind of see it that way too. But I was about to say that like to still get it done in 2023, new champion going out on her, going out as the champion on your final run. And Mickey definitely deserved this one. And I do kind of wonder, Dan, Grace losing this one. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if some certain comments of hers felt like they're backfiring on her now.
Yeah, we may see a different size of Big Mama Pump very, very soon. I think she may be hell bent to get her title back because I think she really proved a point that she's the best in that knockout division. But I think we're gonna see her come back.
Yep. All right, that took care of the yeah, that took care Impact. Next up is going to be Rebellion. I believe that's going to be a um Impact Plus event. Yeah, so time and date going to be determined for that a little bit later. Oh, let me see if I can scroll down to their pay-per-view events. All right, yeah, Rebellion will be April 16th from the Rebel Complex in Toronto. So I'll check that out, but let me make sure there is not an uh, trying to make sure there's not an Impact Plus event um, before that. And, but in the meantime, all right, so I'm not seeing an Impact Plus event. So,
Sound like a pay-per-view then.
yep.
Okay.
Hold on, let me. Oh, wait a minute. All right, yeah, actually, we got two. Yeah, it's a good thing I checked. Because the next event is going to be No Surrender, February 24th, from Samstown Live, in suburban Las Vegas. And then we have Sacrifice coming up March 24th from St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. So,
Okay. So
uh,
we got two Impact plus
Yep,
event.
yep. And then of course, then we have Rebellion from Toronto on the 16th. So yep, Impact definitely putting some stuff together.
Yeah, it's gonna be a banger, no pun. But it's gonna be a really dope show. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with all the storylines.
Yep. And speaking of dope shows, yep, that'll take us to this Saturday night, Yokohama, Japan. It is Wrestle Kingdom Night 2. Yep. And this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 matches with 2 on the pre-show. Let's go. First, we have Ryohei Oiwa, who you guys remember had that exhibition on night 1 at the Tokyo Dome.
Hmm.
He'll be teaming with Kosei Fujita to take on the team of Yasutaka Yano and Taishi Ozawa.
That's gonna be an interesting match. I'm going for the young lion himself. Uh, oh Lord, I forgot old boy name already.
Oiwa.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I think he may pull off the a first win for his show and definitely try to make a name for himself on the big stage of Yokohama.
Yep. And let's yeah, and of course, yeah, should mention this is actually a sort of a mixed match because both Oiwa and yeah, Yasutaka Yano, both junior heavyweights. This one, of course, yeah, Ozawa and Fujita both in the heavyweight ranks, so got a little bit of a blend of both in this one.
Hmm.
Then in the next matchup, yeah, next. Oh, by the way, that was pre-show match number 1. Pre-show match number 2 features the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii teaming up with Oscar Libe to take on a team of Masa Kitamiya and Daiki Inaba.
I think Tomohiro Ishii and his tag partner are going to win this one because I think Tomohiro Ishii will lead his young lion to the right path. Try to go for a big dub for the show.
Yeah, but I say that's like, but they're gonna be going up some accomplished competition here because let's not forget, uh, Inaba was a 2-time Wrestle One uh, World's Champion, and then not to mention in 2019 he won the Grand Prix. And as far as Kitamiya is concerned, yeah, yeah, this is an accomplished tag team wrestler, uh, 6-time GHC tag team champion, and yeah, and of course one was with his brother Kaito, and then yeah, then of course another time with the unbreakable one, Michael Elgin, who we talked about. So there's definitely some accomplishment going on the other side of this matchup.
Yep, got a good. I think all of them got good experience and a good um ring generals. You know, showcase the talent and helping out the young lions, and hopefully young lions will picking up from their experience from them. So it's good. It's gonna be a good learning experience from everybody. Well, young lions to old generations.
Yep, and then we get to the main card, and this first match actually it's actually going to feature New Japan teaming up with the Noah on both sides. Yeah, on one side, we got the ace Hiroshi Tanahashi teaming up with Toru Yano of New Japan. Their partners are actually the reigning GHC Tag Team Champions. Of course, Satoshi Kojima and Takashi Sugiura, and their opponents will be Bullet Club members El Fantasmo, Gato, and Kenta, and their partner, yeah, Marufuji from Noah.
I'm going with the Bullet Club because Kenta team up with his old partner, and I think Kenta showing off his old school ways. Uh, Jito and El Fantasmo. I know they're gonna do some lot of tactics. I know it's gonna be entertaining because I got my boy Toriano. So you put Toriano and El Fantasmo together in the ring, I expect some real funny shit over there. But I do see the Bullet Club win, and plus you got the GXC Tag Team Champions over there. I expect the storyline with them. So wherever happy with that one will come out the story. But it's all about the Bullet Club.
And let's see. Yeah, 'cause Tanahashi already won on the main show, and yep, Tokyo Dome was not a good night for the Bullet Club. So yeah,
No.
I'm expecting a rebound here. Yep. All right, then yeah, keeping it up in the action. Yeah. All right, one on one, we got El Desperado against Yohei.
That's gonna be an interesting match. Yohei, he's very technical, high speed. El Desperado, he's a very one hell of a good lucha libre wrestler. Two different styles gonna smash up. So if I had to choose who gonna win that one, since I'm a fan of Yohei and I truly respect El Desperado in ring work, I'm going to have to go for El Desperado.
And matter of fact, just to give how close these two guys are. Of course, Desperado, former two-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion and a former four-time Junior Heavyweight Tag Champion, and of course, he and Yoshinobu Kanemaru won the Super Junior Tag League back in 2021. Of course, and he was also a guy with some Noah experience, of course, winning the junior heavyweight tag titles with Taka Michinoku as well.
Mhm.
Yohei, on the other hand, yep, yeah, Yohei, a no, four-time junior heavyweight tag team champion, twice with Hayata, once with Casey, and once with Katoge, and of course, he also a former opened the Triangle Gate champion in Dragon Gate Wrestling with Katoge and Harada as well. So this guy's definitely accomplished it in the junior section. And going over to the next match. All right, let's see. Yeah, I had to go back to personnel for a moment because just trying to remember the trying to remember like if there's a faction here or not. Nope. Okay, so we have on one side representing New Japan, we have Master Wato, Raisuke Taguchi, and Tiger Mask. And on Team Noah side, we have Junta Miyawaki, Alejandro, and Amakusa.
I think Team Noah gonna win this one because I feel like it's gonna be a balanced show. So I think Noah will pick up some dub at some point in the event. But I think Team Noah will win this one.
Hmm. Oh man. Yeah, I guess I was about to say no one's gonna win this one thing, and plus, like I said, I think Watto's gonna be on a little bit of a cold streak because, like I said, he was the one who took the fall in the junior heavyweight title match, of course, won by Hiromu Takahashi, and who will mention just a little bit later. But then, yeah, and can't really say I know too much about the Noah team outside of Amakusa in this one, so this one's going to be a treat to watch that one. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Team Noah on this one.
Yeah, but it's gonna be entertaining. But no, we're gonna win this one at some point.
All right, and then we go to tag team action, and we've got champions on both sides of this. Yep, because on one side, Togi Makabe will team with the IWGP Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. On the other side, Team Noah will have Yoshiki Inamura teaming up with the GHC Heavyweight Champion Kaito Kiyomiya.
Whew. You know, it's funny. Both of them become a world champion in the same month.
Mm.
Uh if they want to keep Okada safe, Toji the Kobe need to take the fall.
Yep.
GX if they want to make the GXC world champion, as a partner got to take the fall. But I'm gonna have to with Noah on this one, the GXC world champion.
Yep.
Over.
And, by the way, just a record, Kiyomiya actually has been a champ since September.
Okay.
Yeah, because he won at because he won at Grand Ship.
Oh yes.
Oh, and by the way, just to give some respect to Amakusa, he actually defeated Dante in Innovation to become the newly crowned GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion. So just wanted to pay some respects to the champs. Yeah. And then what started in Tokyo Dome maybe might complete as Congo and LIJ in singles action, and it starts with Bushi versus Tadasuke.
Ooh. Speed versus strong style. I'm ooh. I'm going to go for Congo for take the first point because it's like the best of seven or best of
Or
five.
best five, yeah.
So yeah, we know how this match going to end. So try to end the time be all dramatic, but it's gonna be Congo take the first score on this one.
Yep. Yeah, I think so too, because of course Tadasuke, a uh Osaka Pro champion, um former GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion, Chikara Young Lions Cup winner. So he's definitely got some accomplishments under his belt. Of course, let's not forget Bushi on the other side. And of course, a All Japan Junior Tag League winner with Super Crazy at one point. Um, a former CMLL welterweight champion. Yeah, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight champion. A four-time never openweight six-man uh, tag champion. Yeah, so it's definitely, yeah. So Bushi's definitely could be accomplished one, but yeah, I'm rolling with you. I'm taking Tadasuke for this. All right, the next up, well, since we just mentioned him, the Time Bomb himself, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Hiromu Takahashi will take on Hajime Ohara.
They're gonna keep the old boy hot. Himuro Takahashi, the time bomb. They're gonna keep him going because he just got the title at Wrestle
Yep.
Kingdom, and might as well keep him going. So they're gonna try to even it up.
Yeah, but he'll have some tough competition. Um, yeah, Ohara, former NWA International Junior Heavyweight Champion, former GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion, as well as Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion on 6 occasions. Yep. And NWA World Welterweight Champion twice over. So, and yeah, and of course, like we said, Takahashi, the five-time, five-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champ. Yeah, I'm rolling with the time bomb on this one. So I think we got us 1-1. All right, next up we have Sonata going one-on-one with Manabu Soya.
If I had to choose to keep this thing going, Sonata. I think Sonata going. Try to keep this one going. Try to keep try to get Congo on the ropes on this one. I think Sonata gonna take this one for the LIJ.
Yep. Of course. Let's see. I got him on one. So, let's see. Do I want to? All right. You know what? I'm going to actually go Soya on this one, just because of the two people left in the finals matches here. But yeah. All right. Of course, for Manabu Soya, of course, he is a All Asia um, tag team champion on 2 occasions, former 3-time world tag team champion, and he was a 2-time Wrestle One champion and a winner of the Wrestle One Grand Prix back in 2015 and 2016. Yep, so definitely an accomplished member of Congo. But then again, Sonata, yeah, no strangers to Gold himself, of course, a former IWGP United States champion. Yeah, former tag team champion 3 times over. Never open weight 6-man tag champion on 3 occasions. Of course, a former World Tag League winner with Evil in 2017 and 18. Of course, Sonata also a former X Division champion, as well
Mm-hmm.
as the All Asia Tag Team champions, World Tag champions, and Gaura TV champion. So you knew, yeah. So both these guys definitely get it done, but on this one, I'm feeling Soya, so I have 2-1 Congo. Then we get to the two main matches as the Last Dragon Shingo Takagi takes on Katsuhiko Nakajima.
Shingo wants to face Okada soon,
Mm.
but I think he's gonna take a fall in this one. I do expect the interference from Congo.
Mm.
I expect the interference, but I expect Congo to take this one. Try to get that last match run for his money.
Yep. All right, and of course, I'm taking Shingo because, like you just said, he just put out a challenge to Okada. So, don't think now would be the time for him to lose this one. Uh, for those unfamiliar with Nakajima, two-time GHC champion, former GHC national champion, junior heavyweight tag team champion on 3 occasions, and of course, 6 times tag team champion. Yeah, he's held it all. He won the last or two of the last three N1 victory tournaments. Um, Also former world junior champion and All Japan Pro and All Asia Tag Team Champion. Uh, he was the WWA World Junior Light Heavyweight Champion and the Zero Max Zero One Max, excuse me. Yeah, and of course, he was the Tokyo Sports Rookie of the Year in 2004. So, yeah, Nakajima is definitely capable of defeating Shingo, but like I said, Shingo's coming into his own. He wants this victory. Of course, Shingo, former IWGP champ, junior heavyweight tag champ, never openweight 6-man tag champ, former Ring of Honor champion, GHC, junior heavyweight tag champion. Yeah, these guys. Yeah, this one's going to be a loaded one. Like I said, I got Shingo to pull this one 2-2. Of course, then we get to the final match: Tetsuya Naito versus Kano.
I'm going to pick Kano for his revenge.
Oh yeah, this gotta go to Kano because yeah, Congo, like I said, they started this one. They wanted to finish it and avenge their lost against Lij last year.
Mm-hmm. And likely that'd be something. Somebody outside come from Noah, come to New Japan and beat one of the top best factions for the revenge loss. It'd be a good storyline, and I would love to see Lij to come to Noah and and start some shit over there.
Don't tempt them.
I bet we see Suzuki-gun invade Noah and plus have their own show. I expect Lij to do the same thing and just cause some shit because that'd be a good look for not only for both factions, but it'd be a good look for New Japan and Noah, friendship, well, relationship business wise. And plus, I just want to see him go to Noah to do more championship.
Yeah, I think there's a chance of that happening, and I wouldn't even be mad about it. All right, Hill, what we got next? Oh, by the way, just for record, yeah, again, Wrestle Kingdom, yeah, it'll be Friday late night for us, but yeah, of course, Saturday over there in Tokyo's. Make sure y'all check that out, of course, on New Japan World and all your pay-per-view outlets.
Yes. Hopefully their show will be awesome and amazing. But the next topic we're gonna talk about WWE. So many news happened in WWE, from the false reports, or should I say panic mode, when people think that Saudi Arabia funds brought out WWE. Vince McMahon, back in board of chairmen. Stephanie McMahon resigned. I mean, it was like a panic mode throughout the whole week because people don't know what's going on. Everybody was concerned about Vince McMahon might come back over the creative control. It was all panic, and plus Jacksonville Jaguar just won as well. So it's all panic mode for WWE, and for us, we got duped into it. But let's not forget that WWE is still on sale. One of those investments made by WWE sooner or later, and we may see a different route with that. And still, Jacksonville Jaguar is still going to win, and I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. But but it's a weird time for WWE because they in the chaotic mode right now, and everybody's on their feet. So I do expect crazy shit from them. Hopefully the sale will get through, and if it does, I'll hope the buyer will do right by them, and like it be a con.
And hopefully, yeah, and yeah. Oh, we don't mean Jolly Saint Nick.
No, we talking about the con. The father owned Jacksonville Jaguar, and the son who owned AEW. So they were rumored about them potential, most likely being in the buying as well, but they need like a financial partner to do that, in which I do believe that can happen. And if that happens, I do expect Tony Khan on TV do the same cast with Raw, saying I just buy WWE and own AEW at the same time. So that will be one hell of a moment just to relive, like how we live with this man buyout WCW once again. I mean, again, like, oh Lord, a long time ago.
Yep. Yeah, we got the gist of what you were going for. But yeah, this ain't the only panic move that WWE's been involved with, right?
Yeah. Right now for panic mode for Vince McMahon, or sure, yeah, so Vince McMahon again get a lawsuit, but also they are trying to split up the titles. Raw and SmackDown tag team titles going to be split up very soon because we've seen that on Raw and on SmackDown. So they plan on to do that. We still don't know who will win the Royal Rumble because there's so many rumors about that. So it's ups and downs with them, and it's shaky for WWE.
Thinking, yeah, man, I can't remember seeing the WWE this much disarray, whatever. And I've seen them go through some crazy shit. Like, but man, I tell you, if you were to tell me that Vince McMahon would sell WWE, I wouldn't have believed you. But now with all this stuff going on, now it's kind of true. And of course, it had to happen sooner or later. The wall was built up between Stephanie and Vince, and needless to say, Steph came out with the better end of the deal.
Yeah, I mean, she had a good position as a chairwoman, and she did some positive things. But the moment Vince McMahon came back and she had to resign, I think turned right now, I think she got like an ankle surgery. She posted up on social media, so that could be the reason. But she need her time. She need a break away from WWE for sure. But for WWE, I mean, everything went well. Like when Vince McMahon stepped down, Triple H, Stephanie, and Nick Khan, they took over WWE and they put in the right direction. It wasn't perfect by no means. Like look how they screw up Austin Theory to this day. And NXT, which I don't even start with that. But with Triple H become the creative control or creative director, WWE was easy to watch. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. When you try to watch old WWE show back in 2000 and what 20 or 19 or even past year, some is very hard to watch. It's like cringeworthy because you had to survive through that shit. But if you go back and watch the old pay-per-view from the WWE Triple H era, it was easy to watch. It was like this is something that NXT Takeover should have done, or we remember back in the day, compared to the PG era, the reality era. But for this one, we enjoyed it. Hell, we almost enjoyed Survivor Series. Well, for 2 matches, but it was heading it was heading to the right direction until this man shows up and pretty much almost destroyed it. And right
Yeah.
now, the only companies I know right now is AEW. They just stand back and looking like, I'm glad we got that shit.
Yep. Yeah. And then yeah, I'll say this, like, you know, there's three noticeable things that came out of this since Vince left. One, all those stupid bands are finally gone.
Just,
And two, that Michael Cole's finally found his voice, man, because I even said, like, commentary wise, second half, I'd give him the MVP.
oh yes,
Yeah. Because, like, dude, the commentary's just been, like, exquisite. And, like, especially when he starts bringing up the backstories with people, especially Asuka and Io with their time in the Three Tails. But also, like, the third thing I gotta give credit for, um it's just that for once it felt like WWE actually had a creative script. Right? If they didn't, then yeah, they've had some great promos. Like I thought of Drew and KO with the we're wrestlers. Let's just freaking wrestle. And of course the great ad libs. Yeah, because with Sammy saying he's he's just not himself right now. He's not feeling really oozy, and then you seeing, of course, uh, yeah, Roman and Jay definitely couldn't hold his laughter after that one. But yeah, I have to say, if we go back to like 10 year ago promos, yeah, which I don't know what's going to be the logistics one way or the other, but yeah, I'm like, King's WWE now because like what we saw the last 6 months is what needs to be airing, and more importantly what needs to be built on, especially like you're on the road to WrestleMania right now, and this ain't the time to be like doing anything wild out of the ordinary and whatnot.
yeah. I mean, they were on the right path. It wasn't perfect, but it was, how I put it this way, it was more forgivable. Like, it wasn't perfect, but it's more forgivable because they got their foot in and you know try to adjust with the new direction from Triple H. But when you're gonna head to WrestleMania, everything is put on the line. When you got ticket been sold out at WrestleMania, ticket been sold out at Royal Rumble, something we haven't heard for a very very long time. And when you hear that, it's heading to the right direction. And now with Vince McMahon is back, it's kind of like damper. And the last thing we want to see the Los Angeles Chargers screw up and see them fumble up at WrestleMania. I don't think anybody want to see that. I don't think Triple H want to see that. I don't think nobody else in WWE want to see that. But this man, he pretty much don't care. He just care about the money, and that will lead so many people or rub the wrong way. People will be uh, not enjoyable to work around in the company. And That's something need to be taken care of, and hopefully Mr. Man will exit out once again for good with a large bank account.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, like Vince famously said during one of his contests, it's all about the money.
Yes, and see how that shit gonna bite him ass at at the end. Um,
Yeah,
from
just like he bit all of his mistresses' asses.
hell yeah, and they about to take a chunk of his ass with his money too. So it's a full circle. It's a
Yep.
full, it's a full circle. Um, from panic to understanding. Arn Anderson did an interview and they speak about Matt wrestlers. And I would have my laptop on me, but that on me. Art Anderson speaks on it, and he say, he rather take the Met wrestlers over high flyer wrestlers. And in a short version, when people do high flying stuff, it had to make sense. If not, then it will just lose the art of wrestling. He prefer over Met wrestlers who would tell good stories, who would easy to work with, and plus that's where you win on your most matches.
Mm,
And when he say that, I understand where he comes from because he comes from the generation of
yeah.
old school wrestlers, and he understand Arsenal wrestlers are very very great when it makes sense. So I understand where he comes from, and to be honest, he's right. And I've seen a lot of great mat wrestlers. I see a lot of great high flyers, and once you tell a story, it connected. Now in the indies, we see a lot of high flyer that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Uh, to me, what's the term say? Monkey fest or monkey spots.
Yeah.
It
Spot
is
monkeys. Yeah.
yeah, spot monkeys is way too many of them. But if you do a spot where that makes sense and go flow with the story, go flow with the matches, I understand what Art Anderson is saying, and he's not wrong. And as us as purist wrestling fan, we enjoy great wrestling. We enjoy good storytelling instead of random high flying spots.
Yeah. And notice the thing about um to golf on that one, I was like, by the way, hey Braun, here's a little word of advice. Here's how you address this situation. Kind of just like how Arn did. Basically, follow Arn Anderson. But
Yes.
yeah, when it comes to Matt wrestling versus high flyers, I was like, yeah, a lot of times a great Matt wrestler will help. And of course, this dates back to many of the great um collegiate athletes that eventually went on to pro wrestling. Of course, Kurt Angle, we think of uh, after all, the first Olympic gold medalist in WWE and actually me professional wrestling history. But I think of him. I think of Bob Backlund, who was a two-time NCAA champion in wrestling. Hell, Brock Lesnar, who's also, I believe, a junior or like a actual heavyweight champion in the NCAA. Yeah, of course, former NWA World Champ Jack Briscoe, and of course, hell, even Jerry. And
Hmm.
yeah, so yeah, because the mat wrestlers, yeah, they were from that shoot fighting era, like way, way, way back in the early part of the 20th century when wrestling was still in black and white and we weren't even born yet. Hell, I don't even think our parents were even born yet. But hey, that's another story, another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, yeah, like when it comes to high flyers, yeah, sometimes you've got to really like make the moves make sense because that was one thing like I always thought with Pillman when he was actually flying Brian was that yeah, whenever he did a high risk move, it was more just to like set up the next sequence. And yeah, then again, since you brought up spot monkeys, you think of like yeah, definitely half the stuff Sean and Marty did as the Rockers. Yeah, within that yeah, when they also did a lot of their double team maneuvers and stuff. So
Yeah, they can throw in like Jack Evans, Teddy Hart,
mhm.
uh,
Yeah, all
who?
those dungeon guys. Yeah.
Oh God, yes. I will say I will say Triple A, but they, it's a mixed bag. I will say I've seen a lot of dope moments and some like holy shit. So Triple A, CMLL, they both in a mixed bags. Um, I really want to say Big Japan Pro Wrestling, but that'd be a whole different topic on that one.
Yeah.
But
And let me see here, because and plus you think it now. You look at some of the big guys who are able to be like good mat wrestlers, but also avoid the stick'em. And I think of guys who, well, actually, since he's getting ready to retire, Muda, like in his later years, like his ground game really improved, and especially once he developed the Shining Wizard. You know,
oh yeah, he had to switch it up a little bit, but he was a good balanced wrestler. Even when he get older, he was a good technician and still doing some high flying moves. But as he up the age, he's still doing the same thing. Like even the Frankensteiner and even the moonsault, he's still doing it. The other one, Fusion Thunder Liger. Back
oh,
then, both both great balance. From a high flyer to technical wrestler, as an age catching up, he was more a technical wrestler in which I feel like he would still go on still, but you know, it's time for him to hang the boots. I wish I would still hang a little bit longer, but he switch up. I mean, you could do both. Uh, look at Will Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the great technical wizard of all time, and he will bring out submission from out of nowhere. With Osprey,
mm,
best high flyer when it makes sense, and when he told a story, he put it out there. I'll never forget when he fought Jay White uh a couple years ago before G1 Climax, like a day before G1 Climax even start. Great match between these two guys, and put one hell of a performance in the ring. But when we become the Commonwealth Kingpin, he
mhm,
become grounded. He become a vicious mat wrestler, and he also tell the story in his own way. That's what I love about him. So the two different wrestlers, they can switch it up, or they can upgrade their move sets. So that's separate from them. But
mhm,
you look at Darby Allin, well, there's a whole different case for him.
mhm,
He's a daredevil wrestler, but he tell the story in his own way, mostly high flying.
mhm. And yeah, so yeah, what else do we have up on tap?
Uh, we got the Young Bucks New Japan scrapped plan. The original plan was have the Young Bucks appear in New Japan, be on Kenny Omega corner, but I think it was Nick revealed that they have a family trip plans and they were off, and there was the time to take a break from wrestling for a little bit. But he also say we will see New Japan back. We might be back in New Japan very soon, one day. So originally we were supposed to see them in this year Wrestle Kingdom, just supporting Kenny Omega, but the plan was got scrapped. And I don't be surprised to see Young Bucks being New Japan very, very soon.
Especially with Kenny being the U.S. champion.
Yes, and now that trio champions. So I
Yeah.
expect to come back.
I mean, yeah, just ran through the topics so just like that already.
Yeah, it's been a slow day. Oh yeah, we got AEW talk
Oh
about the possible house show.
yeah,
Tony Khan did talked about that. Also, Fight Forever, in which you still wait for that game to come out.
Mm.
But he did talk about that. That's something that the AEW wrestlers want to do. I think that's what Jeff Jarrett want to do as well because he's a running new role on the backstage. Um, Personally, I would love to see that, but other side is what the wrestler health will be like because they didn't do house shows that much. They'd be like, okay, do one show a week or twice a week, and then you got out the uh, belt battle with the belts, and then try to get their body rest up because they do indies work. But for them doing a house show, I hope it's light because we do care about their body, we do care about their health. But other side is I would love to see them do successful financially, and I would love to see them come to my hometown 3 or 4 times a day, a month.
and I would like to say like AEW doing house shows. I can't say I'm really mad at it because in some senses, yeah, like whenever they do a rampage or a battle of the belts, it does feel like a yellow light on the rate. And I would see this. It would definitely, depending on how they do it each city. Yeah. Do you think like yeah, AEW, yeah, I'm trying to think of what would be like a really good wrestling team first. Like if they were to start like within the north or like in the central whatnot, and then work their way around whether you want to go east or west. I was like, yeah, they could definitely wind up pulling off some good stuff because, yeah, a lot of these guys probably came from some of the areas they eventually go to, and it's like, oh yeah, we could have a little homecoming for them or whatnot, and you just like switch around everything real quick. But I do see a negative towards AWs and house shows. Yeah, and that being, yeah, Uh, are y'all gonna have a system ready? Because let me tell you, as long and dreadful as um yeah TVs can be, yeah, I tell you, if you meet somebody that's got almost the same kind of attitude as you, like you would, it's like, yeah, man, there's just no telling what can happen in 2023.
Yeah, like one thing to another, be an injury or personal backstage or everything else. But are we gonna see a house show for this year? I would say probably like a 2, 3 shows, just test the water or try to build up the hype towards a big event. Not Revolution, but somewhere like Double or Nothing.
Mm,
Just hyping it up. I can see it happening. Um, and for like an environment, I think it'd be a lot more fun because I was an AEW show last summer. It was like a damn party, and I expect the same vibe when we go to house shows because it's gonna be the same thing, it'd be like a house party type of vibe of it. Um, but one thing I am concerned about is their health because we hear
yeah,
so many stories about WWE. They wrestle almost a whole entire year and take like 2, 3 day off, then come back to work. 2, 3 day off, come back to work, and then they might get
yeah,
break down. So that's my big concern about AEW. And plus, um, are we gonna see a certain favorite wrestler to be there? Because you know how the little small little print to be
Yep.
determined, or the card something to change. So it's a small question, but financially, I can see them doing. I can see them happening, and it's gonna be a light schedule. That's what I would think of.
All right. Oh, yeah. That takes care of that. Let's see. What do we have next week?
Well, next week
Pre-
I'm getting myself a new laptop because I sure do need one.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah, well, preview Wrestle Kingdom.
yes,
I got Royal Rumble hype coming up this week. Uh, yeah, because of course that'll be in two. Yeah, because that'll be a little less than 2 weeks from now. Yeah. So,
oh yeah, Wrestle Kingdom, Royal Rumble. Um, I want to say, DDT Pro Wrestling, Yoshi Pro Wrestling. I think they have a women tag team tournament. I wish I would keep my eyes out for that.
mm,
I want to say MOW. I
mm,
wish definitely keep an eye out for that one. It's on
so,
Pro Wrestling Live TV stream on app or pretty much a website. Uh, but
uh,
for episode 29, we're
oh, I
going
did. Of course, Muda's final match.
yes, Muda final match, aka the bye bye match,
Yep.
which that's a great title from Noah. But the big topic, or should I say, the highlight of the episode for next week is blood is too much.
Oh, yeah. By the way, yeah, we got to thank our man, Mr. Team Bringer, for this one because now I saw his post. I hadn't seen like the full article from Pro Wrestling World, so yeah, to get their response or see the initial comment and stuff like that. But basically, this is one of those things where you can argue yes and no to it because, especially if you like present it in a logical manner, because either way, your answer could be right.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up seeing blood, but sometimes some blood spots make sense, but some it doesn't make sense, and the
Yeah.
history behind of it, we've seen it and how they do it.
Yep.
But we will definitely go break this topic down piece by piece for this one. But that's our show.
Yep.
Very fast, very straightforward episode. Sorry I was into it, but my damn laptop died on me, so I'm definitely getting a new
Yeah.
one.
By the way, also shout out to our force who, by the way, his Giants just went up 31-24 with 7 minutes of change left to go. So I just let y'all know right now that if y'all see Antonio on any future WCC shows, yeah, and he's kind of lit. Well, if this holds up, first of all, if he's like really lit up, yeah, now y'all know why.
Yes. And if you see the Jacksonville Jaguar, we're gonna see a new Super Bowl champion to this day.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know what? Yeah, I was about to say LA. At least y'all got to see the Elite win a championship because that's the closest y'all got to one this year.
Yes, that is true. Yep, damn, that is kind of pretty fucked up. The Elite just beat the LA in their hometown. Well, at their hometown. But
Yeah.
but yes. But thank you for watching. This episode will be uploaded on Spotify. Also, the last week episode as well. So you get two for the price of one on
Yep.
Spotify tonight. So I'm gonna try to get the upload tonight, hopefully. Also on YouTube, and we can see it again on Facebook if you can see it. But if you like this channel, you like this episode, share, like, subscribe, share to your wrestling fans, to your purists, to people who used to watch wrestling, share them. And also, if you like it, comment, and love one another. So yeah, that's all I gotta say from there.
Yep. And of course, don't forget, I got a new hashtag Heals for Life coming up. and a little bit later about 9, 8 Central, I believe. Yeah, I gotta check the time on that one. So yeah, so 9:30, 9:30, 8:30 Central. And of course, don't forget our boys on the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast every Thursday, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Then of course, join us back here next Sunday, 6, 5 Central, all here on YouTube and all of the WCC outlets.
Yes. And I'm your host, Hill, and
I'm Rocket Rays.
also my boy, our enforcer, Antonio.
Yeah.
Until then, always embrace the thirst